Okay, so Hagar and her son Ishmael were sent out into the wilderness, okay? They were dehydrated, they ran out of water, things were not looking good. And at one point, she ended up placing her son underneath this tiny little bush inside of whatever shade she could find because she thought he was going to die. Now, she ended up moving away from where they were. She went off by herself. She left him there and she was like bawling her eyes out because she was like, my son is dying and there's nothing that I can do, right? So can you imagine what it must have been like inside of that moment where you have no water, you have no answers, you have absolutely no way forward. And her entire 3D world in front of her was saying, this is the end. And then something incredible happens, okay? So God opens up her eyes and she sees a well, literally in walking distance, okay? But she was looking at the 3D, right? She was looking at her current circumstances, the conditions she was in. She had, I want to say circumstantial faith, but that is me attaching my own observation to this versus what it's telling us, okay? So I have been thinking about this a lot. And I feel like how many times are we standing steps away from the very thing that we want or that could change our lives, but because we are so consumed on the 3D world, on what's in front of us, we can't see it because we are navigating in the fog. We are looking at our emotions, right? We're looking at the client that said no, the money that didn't land, the relationship that ends, the business that slows down, the diagnosis that you get. Right? Life gets heavy and we immediately attach meaning to it. We say and we decide on our own, right? Nothing is working. I'm stuck. Provision is running out. God has forgotten me. But what if, right? What if you stopped attaching meaning to your current circumstances? What if you stopped attaching a story to the emotion that you're feeling right now? What if you are in the wilderness, not because you're being abandoned, but because you are being invited to stop letting your circumstances dictate who you are being and what you believe is actually possible for you?